Foreman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
NFL Week 4 has started with a big home win for the Bengals. A slow start to the season, however, like I always say, Week 1, Week 2 doesn't matter too much. Teams, some teams start slow. Bengals did, but they're looking good. Close game, though. If Tua was in there, you never know what would have happened. Miami does get their first loss. Only remaining winless team is the Eagles now at 3-0. We do have an over 9.5. Eagles outright. Starting like that. They should beat Jacksonville at home this weekend. I'll be looking at 3 big games this week. 3 big games like usual, and obviously like usual, one being the Monday Nighter, providing you guys with my favorite teaser looks as well, and also underdogs. Nice run in the NFL right now, guys. 10-3 client run, 23-6 all sports run. That's 80%, guys. Obviously, it's a shorter term, but it's very good numbers, and I'm very pleased with the run right now. 6-2 last week in the NFL. All over the Ravens and Bengals on the spread. We were on a teaser market on the Ravens and Bengals, and they both won fairly easily. We hit our weekly 3-team 7-point teaser as well at plus 120. We added Dallas in there, and they actually won outright. I had them at plus 8. They won that game outright. Props were 2-1. We had Waddle over receiving yards and Barkley. On the Monday night, we had him over 78.5 rushing yards. We also had the under on the Packers and Tampa Bay game. That was an easy one. 2 losses on the week were prop with Devontae Adams over receptions. They're not getting him going over there, and that's probably why they're 0-3. Carr needs to just feed him the ball 10 to 12 times a game. Not sure what they're doing over there. And that we had the Pats and Ravens under first half total that squeaked over. A handful of free winners for video viewers as well. Last week I gave you guys 2 underdogs that both cash. Smaller underdogs, but they were underdogs at the end of the day. Falcons and Packers as small dogs both hit. So hopefully you did tail that. Good start to the year, obviously minus week 1 with some upsets we got caught on the money line. But overall, I'm happy with the start. Here's a little reminder of this year and last year's results so far. Weekly updates on all sports will be on Thursdays. My Thursday video in UFC, I'm not going to update it every day or back-to-back. Most of you guys that watch my UFC videos probably watching my NFL videos. So weekly updates on all sports will be Thursdays on UFC. Systemsportscaptain.com to receive my personal plays by email, detailed write-ups on the game. I handicap 5 to 7 different sports. Not a one-hit wonder here, guys. We handicap multiple sports, all profitable throughout the year. Client comments over there on my website over the years. Records, updated records after each play. Resume and subscription opportunities, of course. And also, guys, give me a follow on System Capping on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. And now we're also on TikTok. Just posting, videos and winning tickets, etc. But yeah, follow me over on Instagram. That's where you're going to find all the goodies. Got a good following over there. Twitter as well. Fairly active on both. Guys, like the video for me. Like the video. It does help me out a lot trying to get these numbers up. Comment, share as well. Want to get the views up. I've been grinding this for about 4 years now. Haven't missed a week. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it and do appreciate it. It's appreciated if you just like the video. It does help me out a ton, guys. We'll be looking at 3 games like usual. Big division game with the Titans at Colts. We'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at the Bills versus Rams. AFC preview finals, maybe. And we'll also be looking at the Monday Nighter Rams and 49ers. 3 big games we're looking at. I'll tell you what I like. If I don't like anything, some leans as well. A good start to week 4 for clients. Only play last night. We did have Joe Burrow over 266.5 passing yards when I think it was 287, so we were good there. Let's continue this run, guys. Let's continue this 10-3 run into week 4. Let's start here. Titans at Colts. We have Colts minus 3.5. There was some threes out there. Total 43. A battle for first in the division. Early on in the year, we expected both these teams to be on the top. I expect the Titans to take a step back. And it does look like they are taking a step back. Colts, I expect them to take a step forward. They're not there yet. However, big win versus KC. Huge win versus KC, guys. At home. I think Colts are starting to get a little healthier now. And a big watch here, if you want to say, for injury reports in the Colts. Shaq Leonard. Best linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the NFL. If they get him back up for this game, he's been practicing in full this week. I expect him to maybe be in there, so definitely watch out for that injury report on Friday. If he's full on Friday, I definitely expect him to play. Colts 1-1-1, and of course the Titans 1-2. Titans they haven't looked that great, guys. They haven't looked that great. Last week they got their first win. It was a battle of the 0-2 teams. Raiders just have looked as bad as the Titans, but Titans did start strong in that game. I'll give them that. Raiders defense not great at all, but they did not score a point in the second half. The Titans. Does that carry over here? And against a Raiders defense that's not great. That is definitely concerning. The other thing concerning here is Titans like to run the ball with Henry. No secret about that. Colts top 3, actually third in the NFL against a run now, around 77 yards allowed. So that's something to keep in mind here. I do think the Colts should be the rightly favored in this by a field goal or a field goal and a half here. I do think Colts get the job done here at home. Don't love the 3.5. I can definitely see it being a 3-point game. I wouldn't be shocked. It's a divisional game, right? Obviously, we know the Titans are going to come here and show up. Probably. But again, I'm down on the Titans this year. I was right. I was down on the Titans at the beginning of the year. And I have Colts to win this division. It's an important game here for the Colts. I do think they carry that momentum over a big win over the Chiefs last week. I probably like them a little more on a teaser, right? You can tease them a +4, +3.5. I think that's a better play with the Colts, but I'm going to lean the Colts here. If you can get at 3 around the books, obviously jump on that. But I do think Colts win this game. Other looks here. Total's tough. Lean the over, but I'm not going to be betting the over here. But obviously touchdown anytime. Jonathan Taylor, right? Tennessee's terrible against the run, guys. They're not good against the run this year. I do think Taylor's going to be active. Obviously, if you can get Taylor in the 80s rushing, you may want to lean the over there, or total yards as well. Sometimes he does get passes out of the backfield. But I think Taylor should have a big game here. Obviously, Pittman should be involved as well. I think the Colts do enough here to get the win at home. And that if Shaq Leonard comes back, it's going to be a huge boost for this team. It's just going to give him a big boost, and watch for that. If he's active Friday, or I do these videos, Thursday night, Friday afternoon. So I can't tell you if he's active. Just look, follow Ian Rappaport, he's good, or just follow the Colts. Check the Friday night. If he played full on Friday in practice, I do think Leonard's going to be in there. It's just a huge boost, especially against Henry. To slow down that run, even without Leonard, right? Like I mentioned, they're third in the league against the run. So that's something to keep in mind here for Colts backers. Bills -3 at Ravens, total 51. Like I mentioned, guys, this could be a preview of the AFC Finals. Maybe both QBs are having early MVP seasons. If you look at if you look at sports books right now, Allen 1, Lamar 2 for MVP odds. You can't disagree with that. Again, it is early. However, I don't see either QB slowing down here. Lamar was the offensive player of the month. Listen to these numbers. 749 passing yards, 10 touchdowns. 10 touchdowns, most in the NFL. 119 passer rating. That leads the NFL. Oh, I thought he can't throw. I thought he's just a running back. Shut up. You guys don't know nothing. 243 rushing. 2 rushing TDs. At 9.3 yards per carry. These are historic numbers, guys. Yes, it's 3 games. But you see him, and the crazy thing is too, he's not working with like stud wideouts. Bateman and Duvernay are projects. Good players. They're, Bateman started. The problem with Bateman is he's not consistent yet. He has potential to be a wide receiver one. He's just not consistent game to game. He'll get you a big catch, but I'm looking for Bateman, for 7-8 catches for 120 yards. That's what I love to see from him. But obviously they have Andrews. Andrews had a huge game last week. So Lamar's doing a really good job spreading the ball around. He's spreading the ball around nicely. So I do expect him to continue that here. Big test though this week, right, versus the Bills. However, they are banged up in the secondary. Keep that in mind. Hyde out. I don't know if it's for the whole year, but he's out for a while. Poyer banged up as well. And then Benson, they're starting corners out. So they are thin at corner, at safety. Keep that in mind. Their front's so good though, right? It's keeping them in games. It kept them in that Miami game, but it just wasn't enough. Back-to-back tough road games for the Bills, right? The schedule isn't friendly to them. Those Bills Mafias are traveling to Baltimore. It's going to be wild. You've seen the last, the traveling to Miami. They took over the streets of Miami. I expect that here as well. The Ravens are getting healthier, though, right? J.K. Dobbins is starting at running back. He got some reps in last week. It was good to see. Ronnie Stanley, the all-pro tackle, could be back for this game as well. And they signed JPP. JPP was just signed to help them get some pass rush. So I do think he could be an impact. He's not going to be a 3-down guy, but I think he can come in to get to the quarterback when they're in blitzing packages. Allen and Diggs, I think Diggs could be in for a big game here. The secondary has struggled for the Ravens due to injuries mainly, but I think Diggs could have a big game here. Allen as well. Ravens allowed the most passing yards so far. Now, part of it was that fourth quarter in Miami, right? They torched them. Big plays, and that was when the secondary was all banged up. Humphrey was out. They had to go to some rookies. So, that's tough, but that's why they're there, right? That's why they're at the bottom. I think Ravens have one of the best secondaries when healthy. The Bills' injury secondary could be too much, though. It could be too much for them, and Lamar could capitalize if you can avoid the pass rush. So if you could get Ravens plus 3.5, I have seen some around the market plus 3.5. I would definitely lean the Ravens plus 3.5 here. But this is a game I'm not going to have a personal bet on for my clients, but I'm definitely going to love to watch this one. Obviously, you guys know by now I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, but it's just a very competitive game. Even if I wasn't a Ravens fan, you had one game to choose at 1 p.m. Why aren't you watching this game, right? This is going to be a good game. I expect it to be close. We could see points in this one as well, right? Secondaries are letting up yards. Both QBs are hot right now. So if I had to bet, I would take the over 51 here. Definitely excited to see how this one plays out. Could be the game of the week. Definitely on paper, it's the game of the week. Definitely could be the AFC Finals preview. Monday Nighter, guys. Monday Nighter, we have a good one. Another good one. Divisional game. Rams at San Fran. 1.5. San Fran. Total 42.5. Yeah, it's a flip of a coin type of game in my opinion. Always a good game when these two are playing. Right, the Rams started slow in week 1, but have won back-to-back games over the Falcons and Cardinals. This will be a tougher test this week on the road in San Fran. 1-2 though so far, right? 1-2 so far. I think they have been underachieving San Fran. They struggled to score points at least in 2 games so far, right? 2 bad losses. The Chicago loss week 1. I won't look at that as much. 1, it's week 1. You know how I feel about week 1. And 2, it was in like it was pouring the whole game. Not just raining the whole game. It was pouring. Like, guys were sliding up and down the field. So advantage Chicago at home there, right? So that was tough to see. Denver, though, that was a tough loss. Losing 11-10 to a team that's struggling at home, right? So back-to-back games at home, San Fran. I can see them bouncing back here. It's a very tough call on the flip of a coin game. if you're getting plus money with the Rams, I guess you can look there. But if I have a bet on this game, it's not going to be on the side. It'd probably be the total. I'd probably lean the under here. I would lean the under here. Last time these guys fought, it was 2017. And 49ers have struggled to score points, right? 15 a game, ranking them 28th in the NFL, guys. 28th in the NFL. Rams are mid-pack, around 20 a game. So, I'm going to lean the under. That's going to be my Monday night play here, under 42.5. I do think San Fran to win this game, to make it close, they have to play outstanding on defense, right? So, with San Fran good against the pass, Rams run game is not going yet on all cylinders. If San Fran can limit Cooper Kupp and company, I do think they have a chance to win this game at home and keep this a low-scoring game. Teaser options this week. 2-1 in the teaser market, start of the year for clients. Favorite teasers this week. I told you guys. What did I give you guys? Yeah, Colts I like in the teaser market, definitely. Green Bay as an option. You can get it down to -3. This is a 7-point teasers I play, guys. 7-point teaser, 3 games. You get it at plus money. So that's what I usually do. Green Bay's a good look at -3. No Mac Jones. Even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%. And going into Green Bay is just a tough call. Not high on New England. Like I mentioned, the weapons are limited. Their defense is not bad, but you saw Lamar Jackson torch them for over 30 points. So, yeah, I'm not high on New England. So it's a tough road game here against Green Bay. I mentioned the Colts, right? The Colts as well. You could probably look at KC as well, +5. That's an option here. KC +5 would be a good option in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay struggling to score. KC coming off a loss. So they may look, obviously, I think that'll be a close game. Chargers as well, they need a win. You get that maybe a +3 there. Chargers at Houston. It's almost a must-win for the Chargers here. You didn't want to fall to 1-3. This team was highly rated coming into the year. Injuries, right? I get it. Their injuries have been an issue. But I think Chargers get it done against Houston. Herbert's fine. I didn't bet them last week because Herbert was like a game-time decision, so I stayed away from the Chargers, thank God. I think Chargers here in a teaser is a good play. Underdogs this week. Let's try to get you guys a couple more winners. Don't love anything. I'm always honest with you guys. I actually liked Atlanta and Green Bay last week, right? I tell you if I don't love it. I told you I like both there. This case, I don't love anything. I mentioned the Rams earlier. That is an option. When you have a coin flick game and you can get Rams at +110, it's probably a good option there. Broncos at +120. See, with the Broncos, you got to expect that they're going to somewhat have a breakout game. Right? When's that going to come? They got a win last week, sure, but it wasn't a breakout game. They played terrible. Their defense won them that game. Russell Wilson getting all the criticism. You heard that Eli Manning comment. He should have a breakout game soon. Right, so if you're getting Broncos +120, +130, I think that's a decent look as well. And then obviously Ravens at +140. If you get the Ravens at +140, and obviously Bill's secondary's banged up, that is a good option. Again, I don't love anything this week, guys. Those are some leans for underdog outrights. Bonus, let me give you a bonus play, and it's going to be London. Yes, NFL's in London. NFL is in London. Don't forget the early start time, right? 9 a.m. Eastern, I think it starts. So wake up, have breakfast, watch the NFL until 11 p.m. at night, right? Eastern. That's what I'll be doing. Vikings at Saints. No Winston, no Thomas for the Saints. I like the Vikings in this one. No, Vikings never lost traveling overseas. They've traveled more than most teams as well, so they are fairly experienced, even though this was before COVID. Keep that in mind. They're just a much healthier team as well right now. Line's moving, though. I was able to get it at a good price. I was able to also look at the under here due to the change. We may see Andy Dalton in there starting for the Saints with limited weapons. Note, Kamara and Landry, questionable, should play, but they are banged up. Little bonus for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't checked my UFC video already, go give it a click. I'm starting the shorts too. posting some short videos. I don't know much about it, but one of my YouTube friends who gets a lot of views, doesn't do sports related stuff, but told me to start posting on shorts to try to get more eyes on content. So I'll be doing that. It's just 60-second videos, and it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be hard to get plays out of it, but it kind of I have a editing system that generates 60 seconds out of the video that I just posted, so maybe you can pick up something in there. Alright guys, like I always say, bet smart and know your limits. Enjoy week 4.